Hi Vandana, hi Richard. How are you guys doing today?
Hi,
Hey, good,
Keshni.
thanks. And you?
Very well, and you?
I'm I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I think we're having some technical glitches today. So warm. Vandana, I speak for you both in Johannesburg. Richard, how's it going?
Hi, Keshni. I'm good, thank you. Durban's been quite a bit of rain today, but not cold. So we're good here.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. So it's actually freezing cold in Johannesburg today, but we're quite used to the weather, so we have you guys on board. I think we also really want to thank the African Telugu community for hosting. I think this is the second time that I managed to get dressed. You guys, if you had any gigs in between, I think hats off to the SA Telugu community today. Is it your guys' first time on air ever since the lockdown? Rich, I'm going to go to you.
Well,
No, no, I've actually been quite active on social media, on quite a few platforms, especially in terms of offerings, in terms of satsangs, because all we have is prayer during this COVID pandemic. So I've done quite a few already.
Absolutely. That's great. Vandana, have you been doing anything this time?
yes. So it's really afforded us the opportunity to work on some original stuff, which we are busy with. I did release 2 or 3 covers during this time on YouTube, which were quite well received. But now, going forward, we have started working on some original music and some original songs, which we're really looking forward to releasing. So yeah, it's really giving us an opportunity to do that and also collaborate just across the industry with musicians as well.
Keshni, I think it's back to you. She seems to be frozen.
That sounds absolutely fabulous. As I mentioned, you obviously our local celebrity singers. I hear your name and your mark, Africa. And Vandana, I believe that you actually started at the age of 7.
So yes, so I did start singing
I think
at
we really
the
have
age
some
of
technical glitches. Vandana, singing at with you.
So I did start singing at the age of 7. It's been quite a journey for me since then. I think that my journey did start when I was in school. It was mainly, singing for choirs and singing for talent shows, and music has always just been a part of my life. And I think even before that, if I may add that, music runs very strongly in my family through generations as well. In the very recent years, we found out that my mom's dad was a principal of an orchestra in Pietermaritzburg in the 1950s called the Golden Lily Orchestra. So he was the principal of the band. And when we found that out, I think we were able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together to, and really understand where the passion came from and where the talent came from. And it really spanned back generations. My mom used to sing when she was younger. My dad was quite into music when he was younger. He used to play the tabla as well. He had a group of friends who used to get together, quite often to play classical music, which was really nice. My mom used to sing for bhajans. She used to sing bhajans for the temple and the mandir in Pietermaritzburg. My sister's a keyboard player, so it really does run strongly in my family.
Wow, Vandana, that sounds absolutely amazing. And Richard, I think you're quite similar. You started singing at the age of 6. Can you tell us about that and how it started?
Kesh, starting at the age of 6 was only a foundation stage. for a long time after that, I didn't really do much. I remember back in high school, I sang my first English song at the year-end concert. That's I'm not giving my age away, but that's way back in 1979. I didn't do too much after that, until quite late. It's only like about 5 or 6 years ago that I got back into more professionally, if you can call that. But my dad used to sing, but just no, not of note. Um, just a singer voice I still remember, but he passed on some 40 some odd years ago. I have a brother in Johannesburg who's also a recording art, well, Pillay from the East End. So there is a notch of music in our genes, or rather singing in our genes. But over and above that, what I've come to, who I am today is, I pretty much built myself. So in our layman's terms, we call that self-taught.
Absolutely. And I think, we've really kept our viewers waiting initially with the issues. So now we're going to move on to the part that everyone's been waiting for. I think you guys are going to render your first duet. I'm not sure who's going to speak about it, or you're going to move right onto the actual song.
Keshni, if it's okay, I thought if we could just about 2 or 3 lines, if we could just open with a little devotional before we do that duet. Is that fine with you?
That's fine, Richard. Absolutely fine. You go ahead.
Okay, let me just a few lines, just so that we open this. That's what we Hindus do. So say, Om, 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 Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Mangala Murti Moria. Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Ganapati Papa Moria. Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Ganapati Papa Moria. Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Ganapati Papa Moria. I just thought we'll just open with a few lines of devotion.
Richard,
We good?
That was absolutely beautiful. And thank you for that. I'm sure this enjoyed that one. So I'm gonna now have you on your first.
Okay, all right. We're still not hearing you too well, Keshni. So if you want to maybe Vandana.
Yes.
I think you can go ahead with your first duet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We're doing Ek Pyar Ka Nagma Hai. I hope you guys like it.
एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है। जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है। जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है।
कुछ पाकर को है, कुछ को कर पाना है। जीवन का मतलब तो आना और जाना है। कुछ पाकर खोना है, कुछ को कर पाना है, जीवन का मतलब तो आना और जाना है, दो पल के जीवन से एक उम्र चुरानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है, एक
एक
प्यार का
प्यार
नगमा
का नगमा
है।
Wow, that was amazing. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I actually have goosebumps. That was like absolutely fantastic. So before we move on to
We
the
can hear
next
you well
song,
now, Keshni.
fantastic. So Vandana, I believe at the age of 13, you and your family relocated to the USA. Tell me a bit about that, because I believe there your sister and yourself attended Hindustani classical singing classes. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So we relocated to the United States in 2001, and we were there for about 4.5, close to 5 years before we came back to South Africa. So obviously, we went there for better opportunities. My dad had a business opportunity, so it was quite nice. I did most of my schooling there as well, and I only had to come here and finish my high school, which was quite nice. I got to experience school in another country. So during that time that we lived overseas, my sister and I had the opportunity to learn music, learn classical music, learn the foundations of music, because my parents identified that we did have a talent for it. I mean, me being, quite involved in music during my schooling and my school career, even, when I was in the States, I did a little bit of drama as well, and we did a few musicals in school as well, which was quite nice. It involved a lot of music, as any musical would have. So music has always been a part of my life, like I mentioned earlier. So we really wanted to develop that talent, and really become better
Mm.
at what we were given, as a gift. So we did take up the opportunity to learn music. My sister also had to learn singing as well, but she chose to master and learn the keyboard and go into more the instrumental side of things, whereas for me it
Mhm.
was more vocal. So we learned everything from the foundations, your ragas, structure of music, tals, or beats. So it really gives you an edge as a musician, if you do study music, because you really understand
I,
technique, you understand vocals, you
mm.
understand voice control, and it really becomes an art at the end of the day.
I'm sure it does, and I'm sure that grounding has been phenomenal for you. And just a quick one on that. Do you find the learning systems in the USA are different to the learning systems in South Africa when it comes to Indian classical singing or music?
Not necessarily, because you follow a curriculum, and you follow a structure, and Indian classical music is all about structure. So there are certain things that every musician has to learn in the beginning. So it's just about
Mm-hmm.
how the teaching is delivered, because in India, I'm aware that they have different gharanas. So how they teach the music may be slightly different, but the foundations have to be there, and the curriculum is pretty much the same. But it's how they teach the music that is different. So I think we
Vandana,
need
thank you
more
for
of it.
that.
I definitely think we need more of it in South Africa, to answer part of the question as well. I definitely think we do.
I'm sure we do. I'm going to quickly move over to Richard before the next duet. And Richard, I know you mentioned that you started singing at quite a young age, at the age of 6, and obviously being exposed to satsangs, and I'm sure that stems from your family upbringing. Where does most of your support and training come from in the last few years? Obviously, you mentioned that you went back into music in the last 5 to 6 years. And what training methods have you used to assist you in this journey? Richard, did you get that? So, Vandana, can you hear me? I'm not sure if Richard is frozen.
Yes, I can hear you. I think he is frozen. Well,
so while we wait for him, I'm not sure if you want to do a line or two for us quickly.
sure, I can definitely do that. I'm quite excited to do this song because it was the first Telugu song that I learned this year, and I released a music video on YouTube as well.
Wow.
So it was a request from a friend, and I learned it. It was very much it was a really good challenge for me because of the language as well. A beautiful song, so I will just do a few lines of it. It's a very popular song from the movie Bhagamati.
I'm sure the SA Telugu community is going to love this one.
Mandara Mandara karigettillaarela kiranale nanne cheerela కల్లారా కల్లారా చూస్తున్నా కల్లారా సరికొత్త స్నేహం దరిచేరా అలికిడి చేసే నాలో అడగని ప్రశ్నే ఏదో అసలది బదులో ఏమో అది తేలేనా కుదురుగా ఉందే మదిలో చిలిపిగా ఎగిరే ఎదలో తెలియని భావం తెలిసే కథ మారేనా ఓ నీ వెంటాడుగే వేస్తూ నీ నీడనే గమనిస్తూ నా నిన్నల్లులే నీ నన్నేలాగా నీలో చూస్తున్నా మందారా మందారా కరిగే తెల్లారేలాగా ఆ కిరణాలే నన్నే చేరేలా కల్లారా కల్లారా చూస్తున్నావా కల్లారా ఏ సరికొత్త స్నేహం దరిచేరా
Vandana, you are giving me goosebumps from the onset of your singing. I'm sure the Telugu community is thoroughly enjoying this today. Now tell me, obviously in terms of speaking or singing in different languages, do you find it difficult in terms of the vernacular and to actually pronounce words when you have to sing?
It's a very interesting question because when I think up until a certain point in my life, I was only singing Hindi songs, Bollywood songs, Bollywood movie songs, and I was singing a bit of Gujarati as well because it is my mother tongue. So that I was also quite, but even that too, only recently in the past maybe 10 years or so, I've been singing a lot more in Gujarati. But I mean, we grow up with Bollywood, we grow up with movies. So that's what I was used to. And then, music is a universal language. So it's something that I wanted to explore. I really wanted to start singing more songs from different cultures. Like this Telugu one that I learned. I even learned a Tamil song as well this year. I did a few Urdu songs as well, and when it comes to actually learning a song and learning the language, for me it's very important to get that right. So even if it means I take my time and it takes a good few days or even a weeks to really get the language right, really trying to understand the meaning of the song, I think that is very, very, very important for any singers to really try and get to grips with what the meaning of the song is. And even the language, it's all about respecting the culture. It's about respecting the music. It's about respecting the song, and the song was written in a certain way, including the words as well. So I think it's very important as musicians that we pay attention to the intricacies of a song, intricacies of the language as well, because you want to make sure that you deliver it correctly. to your audience as well.
I totally agree with you, and I think that's where your successes come into play. Exactly what you're saying. It's so important to pronounce your words correctly, especially when you're singing. And when you sang the Telugu song shortly, I could just hear the emotion, like you totally understand that's so important as a singer. Music obviously is obviously it's soulful. There's obviously people use it for different forms of healing. It brings happiness, it brings joy, and I can hear that in your voice, and I think that's quite key in what you're saying. It's so important, to learn and to develop in a specific language. So obviously, when you are singing, people can obviously sense the emotion and how you execute it. Now, Vandana, I've obviously been a part of your journey for many years, and I've admired you as a South African local celebrity singer. And most recently, you sang the South African national anthem in Hindi.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I listened to that over and over, and that was absolutely amazing. Maybe you can also give us a line of the SA anthem in Hindi.
Yes, I could definitely do that. So while I'm just getting the words out for the song, because I haven't sang it in a while, it was
That's
definitely
fine.
it was a request from a very renowned journalist in our community for
Yes,
Keshni. Yes.
I was
So
there for
he
that. Correct.
Yes, you were there for that. So he requested for us to do the South African national anthem in Hindi and in Tamil as well. So I had the opportunity to do the South African national anthem in Hindi for the very first time. I think it was a worldwide sort of release so
Absolutely. And I believe just because of that, you had lots of journalists contact you for interviews, I think, on an international basis.
yes.
I'm sure that was amazing in terms of your career growth. Are you ready to give us a line or two on the SA anthem?
Can you just give me 1 second? So just to speak to the international success, we released a Hanuman Chalisa CD at the beginning of last year, which contained 6 different variations of the Hanuman Chalisa. So that went viral, and we'll definitely speak about that. But I finally found my words, so I'm going to sing a little bit of that song.
That's fine. You can take your time while we wait for Richard. I think everyone's
Sure.
enjoying the singing today, so
Yeah, thank you.
the floor is yours.
Okay, so this is the South African national anthem that was written in Hindi, and just to give credit to the lyricist, Shiva Saxena was the lady who wrote the lyrics for this one. दक्षिण अफ्रीका मातृभूमि हमारी, हम हैं बच्चे इसके, हे प्रभु आशीष दीजिए, आशीर्वाद दीजिए, रक्षा कीजिए, प्रभु इस जाति का मंगल करो, नैराग्य से बचाइए, अफ्रीका की रक्षा कीजिए, प्रभु इस जाति को बचाइए, अफ्रीका अफ्रीका, ये अंबर से है भी ऊपर, सागर से भी गहरा, पर्वत से है भी ऊंचा, गूंज है इस देश की, आजादी से जिएंगे, हम साथ निभाएंगे, ये दक्षिण अफ्रीका है हमारा वतन.
Vandana, I feel like a true South African today. I have have to, it's just so beautiful. I felt like standing and holding to my heart. That's how amazing it sounded. Thank you for that. I have to say, Vandana, did you get that?
No, can you please repeat that?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Now I can.
Sure. So I see that you have quite a supportive family structure. I've met your younger sister, and I believe your dad and your mum has been with you throughout your journey as a singer. How has that impacted your successes coming from such a strong family unit?
Having that support and that encouragement, I think, has been very key in where I've come as a musician and as a singer. You always need that, especially from the people who are closest to you. I mean, they are the ones who, they critically discuss and analyze my singing before I go out onto stage and share my music with others. Because the one piece of advice that I always get is, you never know who's listening to you. So they've been extremely instrumental in my music, in terms of where I've come. And I think it's very important, especially being female. And me and my sister, I think it's very important to have that. And I think we're very grateful for our parents, being there to support us, encourage us to live our dreams. And as I mentioned, I think the being female plays a very big role in that. And having that support from your immediate family to say, you know what, you've got the opportunity, you've got the potential, go out and do something with it. I think that is extremely key in success of anybody, in any field, not only just music. So while we wait for Richard and Keshni to get back, I think I'll sing another song. I think the one that I really enjoy is a song by Kishore Kumar, which was, I think it's from the movie Mr. X in Bombay. So I hope you enjoy this one. I did release it on my YouTube channel as well this year during the lockdown. So you're welcome to go and check out the video. But I really enjoy this song. I think the words are beautiful, as well as the way he renders it as well. So I hope you enjoy it. You're welcome to sing along if you know the words as well. मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी, आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी, नाम निकलेगा तेरा ही लब से, जान जब इस दिले नाकाम से रुखसत होगी, मेरे महबूब तेरी गली में आता सनम, नगमा वफा का गाता सनम, तुझसे सुनाना जाता सनम, फिर आज इधर आया हूँ मगर ये कहने मैं दीवाना, खत्म बस आज ये वहशत होगी, आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी, मेरे महबूब, मेरे सनम के डर से अगर बाद सबा हो तेरा गुजर, कहना सितमगर कुछ है खबर, तेरा नाम लिया जब तक भी जिया, ऐ शमा तेरा परवाना, जिससे अब तक तुझे नफरत होगी, आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी, मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी, आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी, मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती है, तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझे से शिकायत होगी, मेरे महबूब. Okay, so while I wait for Keshni and Richard to join us again, I'll sing another song. Looking at my list, I think something that you will enjoy is maybe a little bit of a kavali, which I really enjoy. I thoroughly love this kavali. It was reprised on Coke Studio by Rahat Ali Khan and Shiraz Uppal. It's called Tu Kuja Man Kuja. Ya Nabi, Ya Nabi, Salo Alahi wa Alahi, Tu Kuja Man Kuja, Tu Kuja Man Kuja, Tu Kuja Man Kuja, Tu Kuja Man Kuja, Tu Amire Haram, मैं फकीरे अजम, तो अमीरे हरम, मैं फकीरे अजम, तेरे गुण और ये लब, मैं तलब ही तलब, तेरे गुण और ये लब, मैं तलब ही तलब, तू गता ही गता, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, इल्हाम है जामा तेरा, कुरआन इमामा है तेरा, मिंबर तेरा, अर्शे बरी, या रहमतुल लिल आलमीन, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा. Keshni, I see you back.
Vandana, I'm hoping. Yes, I am back. I'm hoping you can hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Is that better?
A little bit. Okay, so I see you asked me a question on the WhatsApp group. How do I balance my work life?
Vandana, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're breaking up, but I've got your question.
Right. So I'm not sure if you. Obviously, I think we're all chatting on other formats. So work life. Hi, Richard.
I can. You're breaking up, but I will answer your question, which you asked on the WhatsApp group. How do I balance my work life and my singing career? So I don't know if many people out there know that music is a second profession of mine. I am a registered psychologist with the Health Professions Council, and that is my day job. So I am Clark Kent during the day, and I hope to be Superman during the night with my music career as well. So I think it's an interesting one. I've been doing it for many years. A friend of mine actually asked me that question the other day, and I told him that when you love to do something and you really enjoy doing something, you will make time for it. And I think it's very important for people to have balance in their life. Too much of one thing is no good. So I think I'm really glad that I have music in my life. You know, it gives me a break from the work that I do during the day, and then my work during the day gives me a break from my music as well. They both give you different levels of satisfaction. My music is very, it's de-stresses me mentally, from my day work, and I really enjoy what I do on a day-to-day basis as well during, working hours as an industrial psychologist. I am able to make a difference in people's lives. I'm able to bring positivity into the workplace, which I think is so important, especially in the times that we live in. And both my professions help me to do that. My music helps me to bring positivity into the lives of people, as well as being a psychologist, really trying to help others to improve their lives, improve the way that they work, improve their relationships with one another in the workplace. So I think I'm very fortunate from that perspective. And I think that's the thing that really helps me to balance both of my careers, is the fact that I love to do them both. I don't see it as work. They both are passions of mine.
I have to say, you're definitely a lady of talents. Obviously, at Kent in the day, and I would think most definitely a superwoman in the evening. Obviously, this is your fashion, and I'm sure that you're thoroughly enjoying the journey. But yeah, I see Richard back. Yeah, really hoping time we get. So, Richard, I'm hoping that you can hear me. We were actually just running through. Vandana, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I think we lost Rain. I don't have any sound coming. So, Vandana, we're going to move to some other questions before we get to another song of yours. I'm really hoping that you can hear me. And obviously, I know you mentioned that you have your day job, your siblings. Do you find that a lot of young contact you to assist and to guide, to mentor them? Do you find that coming through quite a lot now? Vandana, can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Okay, so quickly, I'm sure that you have lots of young individuals contact you to mentor and to assist and to groom them. Do you find that you're getting that coming through quite a lot, and how do you actually deal with it?
In terms of my music?
Yes, in terms of music and coaching and grooming youngsters.
So unfortunately not. And I think that's something that I'm a little bit disappointed by, because I think the youth, there are a lot of people who would like to learn music, and maybe they don't have the opportunity. But I think it's very important, and I will put it out there, that if you want to become good at anything, I am not talking about music now, I'm talking about anything. If you want to master becoming a painter, or if you want to become a dancer, or I studied 5 years to become a psychologist, so, and plus a year or two of an internship, so it's about 6 years, which I studied to become a master at what I do today. I think it's very important that people learn music, and I really, really appeal to the youth to learn music. And I do see a lot of youngsters do learn music nowadays, but not for becoming good at the art, rather for the fame and for the stardom. And that's unfortunate, because we really want to sustain the art of music, and the only way we can sustain the art of music is so that everybody learns it because it's an art, and not just to become famous overnight, or not just to be able to stand on a stage and sing. It's a legacy thing. We need to be able to transfer our knowledge and transfer our skill down to generations. I go onto YouTube and I listen to people teaching music, and it's really nice because now we have access to technology, which gives us that ability to listen to different types of music, to listen to how people are teaching music out there. So even though we don't have access to a physical teacher who you can go to, and especially in these times, especially in the times of that we're living in COVID and the pandemic that we're in at the moment, we are so fortunate, and I think during my parents' time and their parents' time, they really didn't have access to teachers. They really didn't have access to gurus to learn music. So whatever they learned by just by listening. And I think we're very fortunate, and I really appeal to the youth to go out there and listen to good music. I've changed the type of music that I've listened to in the past couple of years as well. Limiting Bollywood. It's listening more to ghazals and qawwalis and good music that you will be able to learn something from. And my teachers always used to tell me, because besides my teacher in the United States, I had one or two teachers here in South Africa as well, through the Indian consulate. And they say 60% you learn just through listening and 40% through practice. So it's really important that you listen to good music, and I emphasize the word good music, because that's where you're going to learn the most about vocal training, about your vocal control, and all sorts of techniques that music is about. So I really do appeal to them. I'm here, I've got knowledge, I'm willing to share it. So if you do want to learn music, let me know. Zoom is available.
Absolutely.
And we definitely do it.
So I'm going to ask a very critical question, and I'm really hoping that you can actually hear me clearly. And with us going a global with a pandemic, being a psychologist, as well as obviously being a professional singer, how do you find that as an individual currently time? I hope you got that question.
I didn't get the ending.
So how would you, so obviously you being a qualified psychologist, and we're going through quite a global pandemic at the moment with the COVID crisis, and how do you find that music aids at this time with individuals that are either suffering from depression, obviously other factors influencing them being either at home or employed during this difficult time?
So just to educate everyone a little bit, there are different types of psychologists. You get industrial psychologists, and you get clinical psychologists, and educational. I can't comment on the depression and anxiety side of things because I'm not clinically allowed to, because it's beyond the scope of my work. But I definitely think that people need to. So besides, I know you asked me about how I balance my music and my my work as well. There's another aspect to me as well, which a lot of people don't know about, is that I do meditate. I am part of an organization called, a global organization called Heartfulness, and we do offer meditation and relaxation for people, and we've been around for quite a couple of years. And that is the one thing that has helped me through this pandemic is the meditation, really going inside yourself and trying to find a little bit of peace and calmness in all the pandemic that's just going around. You switch on the TV, you read the news, and all you hear is COVID and pandemic, and you really need to make sure that you center yourself and you're able to deal with these kind of things. And for me, I find that has helped me. I've been practicing meditation for about 8 years, for heartfulness meditation for 8 years, and I've seen that it's really helped me as an individual. And that's the other thing that has helped me to be able to balance my work and my music as well, is finding balance in everything. Like I mentioned earlier, too much of one thing is no good. So you have to find moderation, and you have to live your life in moderation. And I think that's very important. And now that we have the opportunity and we're able to sit in our houses and reflect, I definitely think that meditation is something that can help. So unfortunately, I can't comment on the depression and anxiety side because it's beyond my scope as an industrial psychologist. But I know what has worked for me and what has helped me during this time, and just throughout my life as well. It's just that being able to connect with yourself on a much higher level.
I'm sure the viewers would definitely share that advice, and obviously other people can resonate with meditation and the calmness, and taking individuals to a different level altogether. So Vandana, before I ask you to close in song, a one-liner, two-liner, the South African Telugu community would like to thank their sponsors for today, being GainCon Consulting Services, SBK Software Solutions, Green Soft Solutions, Link Fails, and Haha Foods. So thank you to the fabulous sponsors for today. I'm sure the viewers thoroughly enjoyed the singing. Unfortunately, we did have quite a lot of technical glitches. So Vandana, I would like you to perhaps close in one of your favorite songs. Once again, just thanking all the viewers for today and the South African community for hosting us.
So I have many favorite songs. Sure. I'm going to do a few lines of two songs, if you would allow me to, because the one is
Absolutely.
so the one is very important for me because it marked the beginning of my professional music career. So this was the first song that I sang on stage in the United States. So after 3 years of training, our teacher had a policy that nobody was allowed on stage until he thought that we were ready to sing on stage. So that is the level of intensity with which we were given the training. So when I was allowed on stage for the first time, I sang the song by Lata Mangeshkar ji, which is one of the first songs that I ever sang on a stage in front of lots of people for a competition. So I hope you enjoy this one. If you do know it, please sing along. I'll just do a few lines and then I want to close off with another Tamil
Okay.
song.
Perfect. Okay, lovely.
आजा रे परदेसी, मैं तो कब से खड़ी इस पार, ये अखियाँ थक गई पंत निहार. आजा रे परदेसी, मैं दिए की सी बाती जल ना सकी जो बुझ भी ना पाती. आ मिल मेरे जीवन साथी ओ, आजा रे परदेसी. So that was the song that I sang on stage when I was 15 years old.
Stunning. Wow.
Thank you.
So we're gonna wait for your last closing song, and then we're just gonna wish all our viewers and the SA Telugu community farewell for today.
Sure. Okay, so this is my last song is another Tamil song which I learned this year, and I collaborated with a very talented musician in Durban to do this one. So it's also on my YouTube channel, on his YouTube channel, if you'd like to have a look. His name is Thiru Keshni. So you're welcome to listen to it as well. This one is called Netra Yellada Matram. Netra Yellada Matram என்னது, காற்று என் காதில் ஏதோ சொன்னது, இதுதான் காதல் என்பதா, இளமை பொங்கி விட்டதா, இதயம் சிந்தி விட்டதா, சொல் மனமே. கடவுள் இல்லை என்றேன் தாய் காணும் வரை, கனவு இல்லை என்றேன் ஆசை தோன்றும் வரை, காதல் போய் என்று சொன்னே உன்னை காணும் வரை, கவிதை வரியின் சுவை அர்த்தம் புரியும் வரை, கங்கை நீரின் சுவை கடலில் சேரும் வரை, காதல் சுவை ஒன்றுதானே காற்று வீசும் வரை, நேற்று இல்லாத மாற்றம் என்னது, காற்று என் காதில் ஏதோ சொன்னது.
Hi, Keshni.
Yeah,
Hi, Vandana.
Hi, Richard.
Also, we connected.
So, Richard, we just got got you on time in closing. Vandana rendered a beautiful Tamil song at the end. Vandana, I have to say that's and that just reminded me of my late dad, and so special. Really apologize with all your issues today. This would have benefited hearing your voices. It was just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get the better of Vandana today. We really want to thank you, Richard and Vandana, for your time. Show the SA Telugu community thoroughly enjoyed the singing, and we could sense where this is all coming. Just wishing you both well over this challenging and difficult time, not just in South Africa but around the world. I'm not sure if Rich
So Keshni, we lost
No,
you
Keshni,
again.
you broke quite a bit.
But just from my side, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the South African Telugu community. Yes, I can hear you intermittently. Yes, I can. Yes, but you're breaking up quite a bit. But just from my side, thank you so much to the South African Telugu community for having us and for hosting us. It's been great. Thank you once again.
Thanks, Vandana. Richard, any words from your side?
Chances are we might have to do this, but thank you very much. We were here, we pitched up the problems, and I think we didn't get quite a bit of what you were saying as well, Keshni. My parting shot would be that everybody take care. In our country at the moment, figures are just rising, so I ask everyone to please, at their best, to stay at home if they're not emergency workers, and just take every precaution that you can. Thank you very much to the South African Telugu community for affording us opportunity, for affording us this platform, so that we could showcase our talent and also pray, for South Africa and for the world as a whole. And hopefully in the next segment you'll hear me sing.
Absolutely. And I have to say, I think that all of us are very proud of the both of you, Richard and Vandana. Well done. And we definitely look forward to your upcoming songs and shows once everything gets back to level 1. See you all of the best. And once again, thank you very much. And thanks again to the South African Telugu community for hosting us on this cold evening in Joburg.
Hi, it's me, Madhavi Lata. Please subscribe to GNN TV.